Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Temptations of ait'seh. I am the Uncommon DM, the Uncommon Guru, who I swear is not having computer issues today, except that I am. And these are the wonderful people who are putting up with my computer issues. Say hi, everyone.
Ew.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
that is
Jada, this
Ixius.
is Steve.
Yep, this is Ixius Zadim and Naivara, respectively. And they're having some fun listening to my struggles. For those of you who are watching this in the future, I tried to start this up a moment ago, and it was working fine for about 3 seconds, and then complete and utter darkness hit my screen, and everything just died because apparently my computer was having a graphics card error. So that was fun. Hopefully, everyone in the chat's having a good time still. Sorry about that again. And I will give the quick synopsis of what happened before so we can dive straight back in. So when last we left our heroes, they had gathered together, gathered supplies, and made their way northward towards the Thunderpass Mountains. While heading there, they were able to avoid a storm by ducking into a grouping of trees that had been grown into a building that was also the hunter's nest. While there, they were able to interact with a few people, sell off some parts of creatures, as well as to see them be made into various other things, or at the very least be mentioned that they could be made into such items, as well as meet with a fun-loving, jewel-loving dwarf named Ebren, a sweetheart who they decided to ask if he would come along, because apparently the Thunderpass Mountains is full of wonders that they can get their hands on. While they were traveling northward, though, during one of their rests, they were accosted by ghouls, creatures of undeath and paralytic touch that managed to cause quite a bit of a scare as they tried and attempted to assail these people in the camp. Luckily, though, with some clever work as well as keeping their wits about them to keep the fight on, they were able to push them back, keep them away, and slay these creatures. Now, as morning is beginning to tape them, what would you guys like to do?
Hi. I want food. I want to make sure that we have enough food. Yes.
So you want to hunt, look for food first and foremost. Roll me a
That's
survival
right.
check.
Okay. Should I help her or?
You
Let her do it
can.
herself.
If
Let her
you
do it.
want to help him instead, you can discuss that between each other. If you're just going off on your own, it would just be a survival check on your own.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off on
I
my
mean,
own. Have Mr.
what?
Nichols told me.
What did Aces view? Aces view told me. Arcus. Why did I call him Aces?
Arcus?
Yes.
Who's Arcus?
Dragon.
Familiar.
The familiar. Ah, this. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, remind me of the name because you waited till the end of last session to start calling
Hey,
him
hey,
Arcus.
hey! No. To be fair, your memory is fucking insane.
I know, but at the same time, it was at the end of last session, so I'm like, wait a minute. Is this-
Anyway,
Yes,
Can
yes,
I-
Arcus would be able to assist you with giving you pointers on looking around at stuff. Yes. Luckily for you, he is also very much happy with the fact that everything is glowing brightly with all the sunshine around here. Oh my gosh, is that dew? Man, hold on a second. It flies off onto one of the trees and starts licking at it because, it's dew. It's water. He's thirsty. It's good morning.
Might as well throw my hat in.
However, I don't
Ixius,
want
on
to
the
look
other
for
hand.
anything. I don't want to look for anything. I want to place my hunting trap somewhere and then put bait on it and then wait.
Okay. With a 16, you're able to set it down, cover it well enough that it shouldn't be too obvious that there's a trap there. And then you step back and wait. How long are you wanting to wait?
Until they come get me.
Okay. So for you two, Nivara and who is typing?
Probably me.
Okay, yeah, because I just heard this loud thunder. I was like, wait, what?
Sorry.
Zadim, you're looking around. This place doesn't seem to be filled with a lot of creatures or a lot of wildlife. It's more of a quiet place than you were expecting it to be. And hunting around, there's not a lot of creatures around here that you can find just based off looking for tracks.
Okay.
Ow! I guess I head back to camp with no food. That sounded almost like a fidget spinner.
Hmm?
I said that sounded almost like you had a fidget spinner.
No, that was me rolling dice just because I was wanting to be funny. I'm like, you said ow. I'm like, oh, did you step in the trap? Hold on. Rolls the dice. You avoided the trap. Nah, I was just being goofy because it was too easy of an opportunity for me to play around with that. But yep, no worries. You don't step in any traps.
By the way, no. You don't get off easy. I heard that. Damn, fucking disappointment.
What?
Don't butt me.
How long do you guys wait before you guys go get ait'seh to travel forward?
I give him like half an hour.
Okay. After about half an hour, still no creatures coming through. In hunting, it can take quite some time before anything does come around.
Yeah, I'll just pick up the trap and head off with them.
So you get your hunting trap back, put it back in your bag. Ebrin helps clean up the camp, make sure everything's put away and taken care of. And he kind of glance back at you. Well, that was something.
I mean, I didn't expect ghouls to be in the middle of the woods, but yeah, sure. Let's call that just something.
I mean, where else would they be?
I don't know. I was just hoping they wouldn't be here.
I mean, honestly, it's more confusing to me that they're around these parts. I mean, the whole war thing was in the northwest, not the northeast. Wait, west? He suddenly starts like, wait. He like points left, right, holds up his hands.
East is right, west is left.
Oh, east. The war was in the northeast. This is the northwest. North, right?
Or you
Right.
mean we're not going west?
You say that, he goes cross-eyed, and he just looks panicked. He's just like, which way is west? Which way is west? Holds out his hands again.
We don't need to worry about undead if we stay alert.
You broke him.
Yep.
I mean, it to the point. Kind of. Still possible to be ambushed.
Yeah, he kind
I
of.
mean, if we stay alert,
Yeah.
reduces that chance.
Yeah, Ebron kind of glances at you guys, like holding up his hand, still holding up his hands, looks away from it, looks back, looks away. Yeah, that's probably a smart idea. Yeah, just alert. Holds up his action. Oh no, computer, please. No.
Oh, did it do it again?
It's completely black screen again. No, computer,
What
come
the
back.
hell?
I don't know. It was working fine earlier.
Hmm.
Oh nope, he's back. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have. Computer. Are
Let's
you?
just try
are
and
you
hurry
dying?
forward and get as much done as we can before it happens.
Right, go.
Yeah. I mean, it's. Yes, it's. Don't worry. It's still got. Oh, there we go. We're loaded back in. We're fine. My computer is just having a panic attack. Apparently, I don't know what's triggering it, but it's just panicking, and it's giving me a little bit of that because suddenly just everything keeps dying on me. Oh, I'm okay. We're okay. So. Yeah, man. Watching this later is just going to be absolutely hilarious because, for all I know, it's probably not even recording when my computer goes completely black screen. So I'm just panicking, and everyone else will just be like, "It's just reloading." You just hit the refresh button. No, I didn't. I can promise you that I did not.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Please. Poor does it again.
Yes,
Oh,
you
no.
guys can hear the panic. Yes.
Deep breaths.
I have a deep-seated panic inside of me, but then again, that's also normal for me, as most people know. So anyways, continuing forward, Ebron gives a little nod, he salutes with his axe, and just like, I'll keep my best eye out as I can, unless you think one of you can keep an eye out better, in which case I will be okay. Either way.
I mean, I can have Mr. Noodles watch from above.
That's a smart idea.
I don't think my dragon has the attention span to watch out for enemies.
He like holds a finger, then he realizes you're talking about your dragon, and he's like, looks at the dragon, looks back at you, shrugs.
Why would I call anything else a dragon? I don't know.
I thought you were talking about his familiar.
Why would I say my dragon?
Well, I didn't hear that part. I was paying attention, I just wasn't paying attention to the right parts.
I cast haste and take off.
Ixius
I
just
don't have haste yet.
zooms
so.
off into the distance because he is now suddenly level 5 to be able to cast third level spells. Except he's not, he's still only level 3. But yeah, he's ready to go, and you guys are able to continue forward. Since you guys are stating that you want to be keeping an eye out, who will be perceiving and who will be tracking, leading your ways up to the Thunderpass Mountains?
I'll do
Are we in the
tracking.
mountains yet?
One more time.
Are we in the mountains yet?
You're not yet. You will be approaching the mountains within the next day or so.
I will be perceiving then, because mountains is my favorite terrain.
Okay. So I heard Zadim's going to perceive, Naivara's going to track, and Ixia said something, but I couldn't hear him over everyone else.
Sorry.
Can I give them guidance?
You may give one of them guidance.
Can my animal companion give me the help action?
It can. I mean, it has advantage on sight checks on its own.
I will roll regularly for me, and I will have Bright Eyes roll advantage for herself.
Go ahead. Ebrin
I'll
will give. Actually, no, Naivara can have the
Naivara.
help action
Guidance.
from hers. Yeah, who are you casting guidance on?
Navara.
So, Naivara, do you have the thing set up so you can just click on that? You do not.
No.
So, hold on. I will help you with that.
I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
Guidance is plus 1d4.
I have 1d4 bless.
That's
That's
for a
the same
different
thing.
It's the same thing, but that blesses for like attack rolls and stuff because it's on the global attack modifier. It's not on the global skill modifier.
Okay.
So you can just click on it to roll it, and then roll 1d4, and we'll add that to it. We can set up the other. Oh no, black screens.
Oh no.
Just
What the hell?
Roll it. We'll
Okay.
be able to do the vocal stuff part of it after, but I think my computer might be dying.
You got like a laptop or something?
It is a laptop. Yes.
Ooh.
Like, it's never done this before, though. That's what's confusing me. Like, before it did whatever update it did, like, my Google Chrome looks different. Like, it was not the way that it is before, so it might be that whatever update they did was completely asinine.
If I may offer, you might want to, once this is over and done with, because I don't know if your screen has come back or it's just whatever. Okay, after we're done with this, do there's something you can do with your laptop where you can reset it to a certain point.
I'll have to look into that, because, yeah, it just keeps black screening on me, and yeah, earlier it said something about a graphics card error. Oh, well, that's definitely not helping.
What?
It has 2 OBSs open.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that'll tax your resources.
Yeah, I only need one of those open, computer. I only opened one of it. Sorry for everyone who saw my background screen. That's for something completely different. But yes, that's one thing. That's one thing. Hopefully that's the only thing. So, anyways, hopefully that'll also allow me to help out with that. But in the meantime, 25 for survival. Good gracious. Meanwhile, Zadim and we need to put a name onto your griffin so that she has her Bright Eyes name on there, so it's not just saying fledgling griffin there. I will take care of that in a bit.
I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, no worries. I'll take care of that in a bit. But you keep an eye out with your perception. You see various creatures ranging from deer. You actually see a bear who's just kind of wandering around, just doing bear stuff. but it's off in the distance, nowhere where it's like coming at you or anything like that. So you can just kind of scoot around it. That would be Nivara again.
Hmm.
She's very
I know.
enthusiastic in her typing.
Sorry.
Black screen
I forget that
again.
I forget that I can't open it.
Black
Or I
screen
forget that I
again.
can't type.
I mean, you can type. It's just loud.
Sorry.
And it's refreshing again. Thank
What
you.
the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps doing that.
Is it your Chrome?
It might be Chrome because like when I click on like Discord's fine.
So you might want to try and use a different internet browser if you have one.
Yeah, try
Maybe.
using a different one.
I might have to later, but right now I'm using Chrome, so and it's the only one that I currently have. So
You don't have like Microsoft Edge or anything?
I do.
Yeah,
I
just
just
use
don't
that
trust
for
Oh, I wouldn't.
use
yeah.
that as a test. I mean,
I mean, the worst that could happen is that the same damn thing is happening.
Hopefully it doesn't, which is why I'm currently just waiting on that. In the meantime, we're going to keep moving forward. This might just be called the episode of glitches and fun. Hopefully not, but we're continuing forward, and as I was trying to say before, my computer was going kaput.
Ape shit.
Yes. Also, Nivara, I fixed your thing, so now you have a thing for guidance in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's right underneath where it has the bless down there, so you're good. In the meantime, at 25 to survival, you actually find a path that leads around a certain section that it looks like it's the standard path to go at first, but when you look between the two, you are able to actually discern that taking the higher route will actually get you up towards the Thunderpass Mountains faster, just due to the fact that most of the downhill slope eventually comes to this uphill section that would take you probably the good majority of the day to get up. Going to the right, though, going across this other higher looking area, you actually are able to cut off probably about a half a day off your travel just by not having to struggle to go uphill later. And actually, as you get up there, you can actually hear the distant rumblings of thunder in the distance.
Oh, great.
Cresting part of it, getting through this gap in the forest, you can actually see jagged mountains that seem to stretch up eternally towards the sky. You're getting rather close to it, so you're actually able to see quite a bit of it at this point, which there is a swirling mass of clouds in the sky. Just an immense, almost seeming to perpetually stretch into forever, just from how close you are. But looking around, you can see that there are areas where the sun does peek through in the distance, but just looking at the distant cracklings of lightning striking the peaks, or even just crackling through the sky, it's easy to see why this is called the Thunderpass Mountains.
Truly, we crest upon the aether.
Well, at least we're getting closer. But I want to move a little bit further before we set up for camp.
Yep,
I agree.
you still have time to move a little bit forward. You'd probably be able to make it almost towards the base of the mountains by the end of the day. I'd probably still have half a day or so to get to it, but with the half day that you cut off for the travel, you were a lot closer to getting to the mountains than you were before.
Yay, more climbing.
Climbing gear, though.
I know.
Bought it for this reason.
I think it's less the climbing and more the heights that she's not happy about.
That's fair.
Did I not add climbing gear to my shit? Hold up. Fucking damn it.
Did you have enough to pay for climbing gear?
She did
Yes!
buy it last episode.
I thought I added it, though. Huh. Whoops.
Yeah, just take care of what you need to take care of. Make sure it's added on and all that fun stuff.
I got it.
Because I do remember that you guys did go out to make sure that you had that, so you would not have to worry too much about climbing and all that fun stuff.
The only reason I remember is simply because I remember crying that it cost 25 gold and that was low.
No worries. So you guys set up camp after you guys finish up, much closer to the Thunderpass Mountains as you guys are continuing on. Okay. The area is quiet, peaceful. The sound of distant rain in the distance, plus again the thunder that keeps crackling through the sky. It's not the most tranquil. Absolutely not, especially with thunderbolts and lightnings cresting through the air, making your hair almost feel like it should be standing on edge. But at the same time, there's not a lot of little noises that are causing discomfort in any way. It's tranquility in the rain, essentially.
I thought you were going into song right there.
Singing in the rain.
Nope. Not
No!
I am the eye of the storm.
Thunderbolts and lightning,
Very, very frightening me, Galileo. I'm not allowed to be copyright for that. There's a movie coming out to take care of that in the future. Not sponsored.
Before we go to sleep, I'm just going to set up the hunting trap, like,
Okay.
60 feet away from camp.
Okay, roll a survival check to see how well.
Ebron.
I want to
Ebron,
guide myself. I want
He said
to
he's-
guide myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Ebron gets up to pee, just all of us woken up. Ah!
Okay. So you go out there, you set up the trap.
16.
It's pretty well placed. You managed to find some foliage that's fallen that helps to disguise it, so it's not completely out in the open. At first, you're thinking to yourself, "Nah, this doesn't look right," but throwing in a couple of branches around the edges of it, you're able to actually make it look quite passable as a good hunting trap. Confident with
And then I'll just return to camp.
Yep, confident with yourself. You return to camp.
So
Everyone sits
should
down.
we take watch since we're pretty close to the mountains?
Yeah.
Yep. Don't forget to mark off a ration. Alright, and who wants to take first watch?
I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. How many rations do I got? 15 left. Yeah, you said perception.
Mm-hmm.
I want to guide myself
Mm-hmm.
and get advantage from Mr. Noodles.
Of course. Mr. New just darting around on your shoulders, keep an eye out.
— 17.
Alright.
Are you monstrity crotchety?
No munchity crunchity. You keep an eye out. Mr. Noodle keeps watch with you. It's a quiet place, despite the thunder. Not a whole lot of creatures so far as you can see. And after a little bit of time, you kind of just nod to yourself. Again, it's quiet. It's not a particularly active area. Most of the creatures here must live closer up in the mountains. You do notice a couple of different tracks around the camp. They're not ones actually that are like fresh or anything like that, but they're creatures that have probably come around or come through the area on occasion.
Yeah.
Other than that, not much goes on. If you want, you can just go to sleep.
I want to wake up Navarro,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to touch her shoulder and give her guidance. Go to bed.
Okay. So you have
Awesome.
guidance on your perception check as you wake up, or you're woken up rather, and you get to go and watch.
I'm going to use my dragon to give you advantage as well.
Of course.
We all have pets that give us advantage.
Right. And
Roll 1d4. You've got to hit the guidance button.
I don't see it for some reason. Hold up.
Look, it's underneath the bless.
Yeah, it's not there for me.
Next time, just take bless. I'll just roll my eyes later because I'm seeing it on your thing. It's under the tools.
Maybe you gotta close the sheet and reopen it.
I did.
18. Okay. Looking over the area again, you also see some of the tracks that are scattered about. Again, none of them are fresh. Primarily, these types of things look like they're just creatures that have lived here, come about. Area's pretty calm, all things considered. And after a while, you kind of glance to your little prism wing, look to your nose, kind of like happily just kind of chirps. The little dragon does kind of peek at a few, kind of scratch at the ground a little bit, then jumps back on your shoulder and lays there with a little. If you like, you can go to sleep as well.
Oh my god!
You said you can put it outside of it.
Yes, I'll wake up Sadim before heading to sleep. Ixie's such as mean.
I didn't say anything. That's out of character.
Alright, I want to check something with favorite terrain real quick.
Okay. What are you wanting to check?
If it gives me advantage for like perception checks for this.
Good question.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I believe it does, but I'm just going to quickly check. Favorite terrain. It's the Natural Explorer. You ignore, oh, that's always good to know. Not active, difficult terrain, can't be lost. Into danger, traveling alone when you forage, tracking other. No, it says nothing about advantage.
I can hear Madrino's sad face.
So Bright Eyes is keeping watch with you. Very actively, just kind of darting its head around. Yeah, just watching. Peeking through the trees, you notice, just like the others, the various tracks. Again, old. You've hunted before. This is simple stuff to you. One of the tracks does catch your eye, not because it's a track of a creature, but because it looks like a creature had stepped onto some humanoid's foot. There's a few footprints of someone who may have walked through here at some point, leading out. With the 23, you can probably guess that, humanoid or not, there's definitely a tread of some kind of armor that was worn by this individual. Someone who is definitely not walking into there unaware of what was in this area. Beyond that, though, nothing is particularly catching your eye. Nothing dangerous this way comes. Just quiet.
Just quiet. Very well.
Alright, and after your watch ends, the sun will begin to rise up. You can see the glimpses of it in the distance, but with the storm clouds over you, you know that you're going to lose that within a little bit, making it much harder for you to be able to actually see too much of the sky for a while, but it's not too dark that you wouldn't be able to see anything. And with that, you can wake up, again traveling around. I would presume Ixius is going to check his trap.
Indeed.
Okay. Let me see here if anything noticed. Your trap is still empty. Not moved, not touched.
I'll just collect it and carry on.
Okay, so you pick it back up, pressing onward. Ebrin just kind of looks between you all, just like, well, this is fun. Oh, what are we looking for again?
A creature that can turn people to stone.
Oh, right, right. That sounds dangerous.
Why didn't I have the trap out?
Holds up a finger, slowly drops it. Point. And he pulls out his great axe, kind of twisted his hands a little bit, looking around, nervous, but gives a little nod. All right, I'll be behind you all. If anything sneaks up on us, it'll get me first. Wait, that's a bad thing. If it sneaks up behind us, I will let you know. That's much better.
I mean, I imagine you're gonna let us know by screaming.
Just because you're right. He kind of chuckles at that too, just kind of like, oh, just gotta keep my eyes open. Yay!
She's gonna pat him on the head.
Guidance.
He appreciates that. He's gonna keep his eyes open as he kind of looks around, making your ways deeper into the area. You finally do, Zadim. You feel the definite shift of stone beneath your feet as you start walking up with that light grin of just someone who's home, essentially. You know this is kind of area, this terrain.
He's much more relaxed. He lets Heelbiter fly around a little bit. I mean, Bright Eyes fly a little bit.
Heelbiter.
Heelbiter would be very interesting to see flying around. I know. So you have her flying around as she takes off. Making your way up into this place. I remember you saying that you had guidance, so he's going to make a perception check with that. Perception. 19, not bad. Yeah, that's what it looks like when you have the little global skill modifier turned on. Very nifty.
Okay.
That way you don't have to roll extra. But yeah, he looks
Also, I
around
found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Wunderbar. I don't know why I always say wunderbar. It's a very fun word to say.
You're going to give that to all of us, by the way.
I believe I put that on yours already.
Really? I didn't see it.
It's under the tools.
Okay, there it is now.
And Zadim has one for bless. He just has to click on the plus underneath it to add one for guidance. So looking around, you guys are keeping your eyes open. He actually pats. Who would be in front of you? What's your marching order, real quick, just so I can.
I'll be
I'm
middle
probably in front.
last.
What the? Oh, that. That's interesting.
I'll be the third person in the line. So that way I
Okay,
have
so
people
that-
in between.
So that puts me as second in.
There. Okay.
What's the matter with you?
Back again?
What's happening?
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to select everyone so I can get this in order. And wow, that's loud.
Wow.
What is?
Whoever's moving their stuff around.
Oh, sorry. And shift. Why is it so loud?
I don't know.
It has never done this before.
Then again, my screen's been going black a lot, so that's that. So ait'seh said he was going to be here. And your dragon, and just kind of like that, with all the little flyers going. Hold on.
No, I was just.
Yeah, there you go. I moved you to the back so that Mr. Noodle can be seen. So you can move Mr.
Oh, you
Noodle
got
back
something.
onto you. Mr. Noodle needs like an aura, just so we can see him.
There we go. Maybe this will help.
Hopefully. We'll find out. Actually, let me make sure everyone can see Mr. Noodle's aura so no one forgets Mr. Noodle is there.
He's the green aura.
Yep. So, does this look like the right order, or did you want Naivara in the front?
What?
You're losing your permissions for being able to edit his sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, he does this a lot, dude.
I was just
come
messing
on.
with you. I didn't know you had everyone could see it.
Yes, I made it so everyone could see it. I want you all to be able to know where everyone is. And then you just made it just whoosh. Everyone can see it on the stream too. Dude, Come on, man. Oh my gosh, you constantly throw me for a loop. I'm in the middle of trying to describe a thing here.
I just went back into Roll20 and saw green. I was panicking because I thought my computer was fucking up.
I don't need any more stress. Nah, I'm not stressed. It's just suddenly green. I'm just like, I know exactly who's doing this. So yeah, while you're moving, Ebrin gives you a quick pat on the arm, kind of makes a shh motion, and points off to the side. Over to the side, you actually can see there's a few gray forms. They are kind of almost unnoticed through the trees, but with a slight break in it, you're able to get a pretty good view on what's in that direction. Kind of motions to you. Think that's something we should look at, or is that just what we're expecting?
And personally,
Be a bad idea.
yeah.
So we are.
We're not in the Thunderpass Mountains yet, right?
You're at the edge of it.
Okay. That might not be what we're looking for, but do you want to look at it?
I mean,
I do.
yeah, sure. Kind of shrugs, just like, yeah. I'll keep.
I cast guidance on myself, and then I'm going to stealth.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure Mr. Noodles cannot help me with that.
Probably not. That's like he's gonna whisper in your ear and tell you how to stealth right. No.
I think I'll stealth my excuse as well and see how awful this goes.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nivara you turn around and Nivara's already like halfway there, not making a sound.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Let's go over there, guys.
Ebron's just like, okay. He's like, don't worry, I'll sneak. Like doing little cartoon tiptoe sounds.
This imaginary bar just walks past him normally.
I mean, to be fair, that's not incorrect, because you walk over, nothing's moving around in that area. And as you walk into the little clearing area, you do see that it looks like it used to be a campsite. The thing that catches your attention first is that one of the gray mounds is broken in several places. And it looks like it may have at one point been the form of a horse. You can't be too certain just because of the fact that a good chunk of the top half is missing.
Oh my! Okay then.
There are about 3 other forms, also gray and look like they're broken as well. One of them is laying like in some kind of offensive motion with hand raised and, well, arm raised rather. Hand is currently 5 feet away from them. They are wielding a sword in the broken off arm, which the sword is not petrified.
I'll take that.
I'm going to ready firebolt for anything that approaches us.
Okay.
I'm taking out my bow and arrow, knocking one, and just surveying the area.
And I'll give him guidance.
Gotcha. So you give him guidance first, you focus on that, and then you hold for anything to be firebolted that comes your way.
Yep.
That's
That's going to be like a constant ready, by the way.
Yeah, understandable. Because it's a firebolt, you don't lose any spell slots when you hold that. Looking around, let me pull it up here. Where's my list of fun little toys for you guys to play with? Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer again. Temptations. There we go. Rewards. There you go. The weapon appears to be a short sword. Not a weapon you're proficient with, but it's got a beautiful guard to it, twisting serpents, and across the flat of the blade there's various little runic artistic stylizing to the edge of the fuller, the central portion of the blade. It's a very nice looking sword.
sword should I add, or should I just add a normal fucking short sword to my inventory? I said, should I just add a normal short sword to my inventory? I'm taking this. This is mine.
If you want, I could identify it for you.
Go for it.
So you want to just cast that?
I want the
or-
ritual cast.
Okay. You have the pearl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, so I don't get advantage for perception checks while we're in the mountain, but I feel like I get like plus something.
Yeah, you get a D4 for guidance.
No, for being in my favorite terrain.
You don't get advantage on perception, but you have advantage for tracking.
Oh, okay, that's what it is, guys.
Yeah. When you
Okay,
track another
so-
creature, you can learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
I'm going to look around for that. And I'm going to
Roll a survival check with advantage.
and have bright eyes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Survival.
Mhm.
And I'm going to have bright eyes take to the sky and do a perception check of the area.
Okay. Roll a perception check for her, survival check for you, both with advantage. Ixius, you sit down. It takes a little bit to get the hand off of the sword that is still gripping it.
Oh, I'll leave it. That's Navarro's issue.
Navarre's about to break that with her pole.
Okay, so you hand it to Ixius with the hand still on it at the moment. Looking it over, it's quite nice. Spending the 10 minutes while Zadim is looking over the area, checking everything out, while Bright Eyes just is very happy to be up in the air and then kind of flinching every time thunder crackles, trying to make sure she's not hit by any bolts of lightning. You are able to determine that this is a magical sword. It is a +1 short sword.
I'll hand it back to her. I'm like, it's just a high quality short sword.
Awesome. Thank you. She's gonna take her quarterstaff and just bust the hand.
Okay. It takes a little bit of just busting it.
I want a minor illusion that only that became unpetrified when she hit it.
Can he do that? I don't know if that's something that he can do.
You can make an illusion making it look that way. It would be kind of obvious that certain portions of it weren't quite matching up. Roll an investigation check as you see this.
Let her freak out.
Fuck you.
You only beat me by 1.
Yeah, you glance over at him, just give him this glare. He's just like shrugs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then I'll ready Firebolt and follow Zadim.
Okay. So you get the hand off. It kind of crumples around and you pull it out and you're like, ha! You look around. You don't find a scabbard for it. Looks like that was probably petrified with the person that had originally been wielding it. But the sword's fine.
Why is the sword okay though?
Because it's magical.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, with Zadim looking around, you can see that these people were probably here, you guess, about 2 weeks ago.
Oops. Ignore that.
But it was Zadim who rolled that.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I'm like, why are you apologizing? Zadim rolled that.
It happened as soon as I clicked on the short sword to add it.
You're fine.
Yeah, that was the guidance I got from my check.
Yep. So yeah, it's 2 weeks ago that these people were here. There was, counting through them, it matches up that there was 3 people and a horse. And you see next to some of the horse prints, you see another more wide-shaped print of a creature that is much heavier in gait, that had either initiated or caused some conflict in this campsite, that then moved over towards where the horse was, and from just the breaks on its form is what was causing its petrification.
Do I see any tracks leading away from the camp of the
Yes,
same creature?
you do. Just one. But it is a large creature. Only one of it, and again, it came back about 3 days ago. So it has been using this as a source to return to for food.
Would I be able to tell what kind of creature it is with tracks?
Because you would have had advantage on this regardless, I would be able to say yes. And with a 23, your best guess is a creature called a Gorgon.
Oh.
He sounds just so not happy with this.
That was actually one of the creatures I thought it was going to be. It's either cockatrice or gorgons.
Gorgon, for your awareness, a Gorgon is a monstrosity. It is a bull-like creature with almost an armored plating to it. Very difficult to just take down due to the fact that they have this armored plating. They're pretty fast. They can keep up with most creatures, wolves, horses in some cases. They can be outrun, but they're very difficult too when they want to get something done. Because you got a 23, I'll let you know that with just how strong these things are, it can almost certainly get you crushed underneath its trample if you get in its way. But then again, getting in its way can also lead to it trying to petrify you with its breath.
Yeah, we should probably avoid that.
That's what we're here to kill.
We're here to kill the basilisk.
No,
No, we know
it
it. Okay.
was turning things to stone. This is obviously doing this.
Okay.
Relay this to the rest of the party.
Everyone just kind of looks at you just like, well, that just doesn't sound like a good thing. Good to know. Good to know.
Are the tracks leading away in one particular area? Like if this thing has been using this area as a food source, it would have to go back to wherever it dens.
It does have some that are leading away, yes.
Well, I'll turn to the rest of the group and say, there are tracks leading in one direction. It seems that this creature has been using this place as a food source, and then will return to wherever it sleeps. If we follow the tracks, it is more than likely we will find it.
The bar is just cringing. Like, oh god. Okay. I mean, if it comes here to eat, should we really be staying here?
That is
No,
another good
We need
reason
to
to press
find
on.
it before it finds us.
Okay. Follow the tracks, I guess.
I will have Bright Eyes and myself stealth ahead.
Okay.
And because we are in favorite terrain, we can stealth at normal speed. So we can move in a stealthy pace as though we were moving regular, not slow.
Ahead of them, yes. If you're with the group, it would be at a slower pace. So Navarro's taking care of something while you guys are doing this. So go ahead and roll a stealth check if you're leading the way. That's a nat 20 with a +1, so 25. For Ixius. I need one from Zadim as well. He's one stealthing ahead. Ebron's gonna try and be stealthy behind you guys. He is also got a nat 20.
If we all roll net 20, we get, like, food of some kind.
Something like that.
Do I get stealthing in the natural rear terrain?
I don't think you do.
I don't think it says anything about that. It says you can stealth at a normal pace. You can still move quickly rather than have to move at a slow pace to be able to stealth.
What? Never mind.
We could hear all of that, by the way. So how's Ami?
I'm back.
Well, we heard all that.
What the hell? I thought I muted my shit.
No.
We heard all of it.
You motherfucker.
We couldn't tell you.
No, not you! I'm shouting at my mic! Why? This is just kill me with my shame.
They ruined it. You guys ruined it. They didn't get crit 120s.
I know.
Everyone would have got crit 20s. Would have got
So yeah, Zadim, you're focusing more on the tracking than on anything else. Naivara, you're like, yes, I'm very stealthy, and you almost missed that Ebron just like basically just stopped moving, and you're just like, oh, he's right there. Oh, okay. And Ixius is just already moving ahead, just very stealthy, just like da 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 da.
I'm moving like a snake.
You slithering up. Moving forward with the tracking that you were doing before, you find that there was fairly simple tracks. It's not like this is a creature that was trying to be stealthy, and with its size alone, it's probably not something that's going to be very stealthy. Most of the areas that it moves through are broken apart in various ways, showing that its girth was simply too much for certain trees to handle, as it just basically shoved them to the side.
Jesus Christ.
It's not a huge creature, so it wasn't able to shove them completely to the side, but you can see where like certain trees had little cracks in them or scrapings against them as it just kind of meandered through. Eventually you come across an area where it looks like it had gone downwards, down this sloped area that curls around part of the mountain. And there's a little pool area where there's a deep little pond where a few various other creatures can kind of be seen. At this distance, though, none of them are moving to what you can see from this distance.
Can I perceive to see if I can figure out what exactly is going on? Like, I know what's going on, but...
Roll a perception check. Otherwise, you'd have to get closer to see it. Kind of leaning over the edge as you're ahead of the group, just kind of peeking down. Takes you a couple moments to kind of just piece it together, but your own intuition does serve you well, and you can kind of guess based off of the poses of these creatures that most likely the majority of them are petrified.
Yes, good, excellent. Can I see anywhere around
What kind of
here?
creatures were they?
Predominantly creatures such as an elk, one of them's a moose.
Oh, okay.
No!
Are moose considered large creatures?
I think they're considered huge creatures.
Jesus Christ!
Moose are big.
I know, but I didn't think they were that big.
I'm gonna check how big moose are. They might just be large, but let me check moose size.
Moose are big
Education
and
for people.
powerful. But
Yeah, height. They can be up to 6.9 feet at height at shoulder. So they're definitely a large creature at least.
I would say large. Huge is a bit of a
Just
bit of a
double
stab.
that. Just double that. Yeah, they're large creatures. Yeah.
These things almost weigh a ton.
Yeah, they're large. They're big boys. That's why I'm like, I would want to say huge, but there's also no thing specifically for moose in the compendium, which makes me sad because if anything, one of the first things that everyone should have to do is panic as they realize that they are being accosted by moose. Yes, moose are terrifying. I've seen various things regarding them, and they are just, yeah, it's one of those things that you're just like, moose. Me.
These are mean.
I'm going this way instead.
These are mean.
with a
Just blind. With a what? You get out there. Get out there.
no, 1 sec. I just want because my proficiency bonus is doubled when I make perception and like other kind of checks that I'm proficient in when I'm in the mountains. Do I see anything with the additional bones?
It doubles your proficiency? Hold on.
Yes, it doubles my proficiency bonus.
Well, let me pull up the actual book here just to check that, because that is not what it shows on the
Yeah, no problem.
revised. Doesn't mention anything about proficiency being doubled.
Should be under natural.
Proficiency bonus is doubled using a skill. Yeah, it doesn't have that in the revised. Yeah, I'll allow it. Your wisdom modifier is plus what? What?
No, just my proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah. In which case, you see about the same.
Just making sure.
The wolf looks like it's toppled over and probably missing at least one leg, just based off of the. That's not the right word I'm looking for. Based off the way that it's been turned, looks like it was knocked over and broken apart in certain ways.
Returned.
The goose looks like it was mid-charge based off of its position.
Poor guy didn't have a chance.
Yeah, it was. I mean, not only did it not have a chance, it was yeah. Yeah.
Do I see anywhere around here that would constitute like a lair or a den for a creature of this size?
With the perception check you made, there's a few areas further up the mountains with a creature of this kind of gait, with the fact that it's a quadrupedal creature. Climbing up sheer walls is not something it's going to be doing. So likely, if it does have a lair, it would probably be somewhere either deeper in, or maybe a creature that's just kind of wandering around the foot sections of the mountain, waiting for things to either come down or attempt to go up.
I would rather not fight this thing in its lair.
The tracks, do they look fresher around here?
Yes, they do look fresher.
How much fresher?
Say within the last day and a half at most.
We are getting closer.
Yeah.
I would still like to have bright eyes be casing the area from above.
Roll a perception check for bright eyes.
Remember, constant firebolt.
You were just like, if anything moves,
There's
I want
fire in my hand. While being stealth.
Of course.
Remember,
The most stealthy of non-stealthy things you can do with a firebolt. So, meanwhile, Bright Eye keeps kind of whirling around, keeping an eye on things, doing her thing. Is there anything else you want to do while you're looking around?
I'm just saying about his Adib, I'm sorry. I'm already just like, no, don't want.
Is there anything else around this pond area that sticks out?
With your perception check, you do notice that in the pond there's a few things that look like they might be glinting, but that may just be the surface of the water.
I will stealth forward and check it out.
Okay. Sailing up to the water is not hard at all. There's no creatures around the area currently that are going to accost you from what you've seen here. Moving up closer, you do kind of slide over and see that it looks like there was another person who had been in this area. The glint that you had seen was from the tip of some kind of throwing weapon, likely a javelin or spear. That is, again, just the tip of it's out of the water at the moment.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
God, why?
And pull it out.
Okay. So you're going into the water to get that out?
Well, is it like far in?
You'd have to swim to get it.
All right. Yeah, let's swim.
Okay.
I do not get in the water.
You hop into the water. You swim over to it. Make a strength check to pull on this item.
I'd say, can I send my little dragon to help him? But I really doubt he's gonna do much.
No, not really.
Bright eyes are smeared.
Actually, I need to also let you know that you missed out on a few things. So when you get the chance, you can update the sheet with them.
Okay.
Not you, him.
Oh.
Okay. You kind of put your hands down, shift, and it's this completely wooden shaft, not petrified, thankfully, so it makes it so slipping it out is a little bit easier. Still a little bit of a pain as you kind of push, holding your breath to go under for a moment as you shift again, turn, and with little the water, you pull it out of their hand. You kind of pop your head back up, grinning as you see that everyone else is coming down. Everyone kind of looks at you just like, what are you doing in the water? But he shrugs, he doesn't care, he's just like, find anything?
Yes, I got this new spear. I'm not sure what it does, but much like Navarra's short sword, it is not petrified.
It's actually a javelin.
Oh, javelin.
A javelin.
Spear
It's
or
javelin.
javelin.
It looks like a spear from the outside, but as you pull it out, you realize this is a javelin.
Ah, it's a javelin. Even better.
Yep. Also, just so you're aware of the thing I just sent you, the reason why I'm sending it is because I noticed that your companion does have its normal skill proficiency, but it's missing 2 of them. Because it's supposed to be proficient in 2 more skills. So, when you have the chance.
Yeah, I have no idea how to put those skill proficiencies on there, but I'll see about it.
Yep, when you, right next to the initiative button, because it is the NPC sheet, if you go right above it, there's a little cog. When you click on that, it'll let you edit it. And then when you go to where the skills are, you would just put in its wisdom, charisma, whatever bonus, +2 because your current proficiency bonus is only +2. Right, and while you're doing that, you pull it out. I'm guessing you're going to take a little bit of time to get that identified.
Yeah, I'll identify it.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so you take 11 minutes to pull out your pearl, look everything over. It takes that time for you to get a feel for it as you notice that it's got definitely a lot of natural runes to it to take in the energy. Likely this had been something that was either a pet project or something that had been made specifically with the idea of this area, because it is something that is probably just barely completed. A magical item known as a javelin of lightning.
Oh, wicked!
Yeah. And again, it looks like it's just been freshly made, just barely completed. Probably needed quite a bit of energy to make sure that it could store it to have it refresh each day.
I think Madrino has a hard on now just from that.
This is the second campaign that I've gotten one of these in, so I'm already looking forward to using it.
So you now have that particular little item. Looking around, you don't see anything else really in the water that looks like the only other person in there. This one looks a lot more whole than any of the other ones. It looks not like they're missing anything, just like they were knocked into the water after they got petrified. Other than that, it's pretty quiet around here. Like the petrified creatures around the water. Anything else you guys want to do? You guys are going to keep following the footsteps of this creature?
Yeah.
I'll keep following it.
As you guys keep going forward, you guys feel the gentle misting of rain starting to hit your heads as you look up and see it's beginning to have a bit of a spring storm starting to roll through as part of the thunderstorms of this area.
Oh man.
Normally that'd make it a little bit harder for you to track, but with Zadim keeping an eye on things, he's able to keep a very decent eye out on things. Primarily because as he's looking around, he kind of pauses, his training kicking in as he moves over, looks up into the sky, and sees Bright Eye just circling.
That's never a good sign.
I'd say about 2-3 miles out.
I think she has spotted something.
Let's go take a look.
Yes, let's.
Making your ways forward, Zadim leading you around kind of the side of the mountain to make sure that you're kept out of line of sight of anything that might be coming your way. You eventually are able to crest up onto a higher plateau to look down into the area. As you get perpendicular with where Bright Eyes is currently circling, there's a few areas that are a little bit more scarce in trees. A lot of the trees in this particular area that you're beginning to walk through actually look like they've either been singed, seared, or fallen over, likely due to the lightning bolts that have struck around this area, as it is higher up, which gives you a little bit better view down into part of the valley, as with the lack of trees, it makes it a lot easier to get a read on different parts of the area. Make a perception check.
I'll listen to him.
Anyone who wants to.
I'll do it. Wait, can I use my little dragon with advantage?
You may. It'll help you notice things.
Perception.
Thank you, little dragon.
We both got 25.
Not bad. Ebrin almost missed it because he wasn't really looking for it at first, but he's immediately having it both at the same time. Nivara and Ixius both turn, point and go there, and in the distance you see this creature. Again, it's this ironclad looking creature with. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up so the people here can see this as well. It looks like it's got this armor plating on a bull's form. Yes.
This is not the kind of Iron Bull we appreciate.
Oh no! My God!
Appreciate the Iron Bull. The Iron Bull is not a thing you appreciate.
No, that's not what he was talking about.
I know. I know what he was talking about. Yes, it is this creature here. Almost metallically curled horns.
And how far is it?
About a mile away.
How big is this thing?
Large.
Oh, good.
It's probably where if you were standing in front of it, you'd be eye to eye with it, and it would still have the rest of its body to plow into you as it runs you down.
I was about to say, look, I'm like, is this like moose size?
About. Probably a little bit smaller. Moose are pretty big, but it probably weighs more because it's got that iron-looking plating to it. Which, while it is this iron-looking plating to it, Zadim would know that because it is a monstrosity, that's natural. That is a natural armored skin.
Not be easy.
Say again?
Looking through that will not be easy.
No. Oh boy. I mean, we gotta kill it, so we might as well try and, I guess, ambush it?
A really quick DM.
Mhm.
What are the runes on this inn?
Runes on the witch.
On my javelin.
Hmm?
On my javelin.
They are the runes of the Javelin of Lightning. They are runes that basically are written in a language neither of you speak. The only reason you're able to identify it is because of the identify spell.
Okay.
Likely was made by either druids or someone of that arcane nature to be able to craft this weapon.
All right. Knowing a little bit about how this kind of weapon works, do I know what the command word is?
Do you know what?
Command word to make it spark up.
With the identify spell, that would identify that for you. The word is in halfling,
Interesting.
and it's the halfling word for sparkle.
All right.
Alright. And looking out over the area, actually, I'm gonna for you guys can actually see the people again.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're looking down into this. It's looking like it's just kind of smacking its head up against the tree, trying to either sharpen its horns or just get out some unnecessary aggression, whatever that may be. And doesn't see you at all. You're too far away for that. So you guys have time, you have distance, and you can plan. What would you like to do?
All right. So it's in the bottom of this valley, right?
Yes, you're about a mile away from it and about 300 feet up.
And is there like a clear path that it took down?
No, it never came up this way. You took a path around it because you saw where Bright Eye was circling because she was able to spot it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you took a path that would let you see it without jumping up on it.
Excellent.
If you had wanted to come up directly on us behind, we can do that instead.
Not really. Just out of curiosity, what is the terrain, say, within 100 feet of it?
It's still within the mountains. It's very rugged and rocky. Still got, again, trees interspersed. It continues to go down into a deeper portion of the valley. Noting the Thunderpass Mountains, there's probably about a good 2-3 dozen mountains in the area. And most of them are pretty big. But they all have little ravined valley areas that slope towards the center between 2 or 3 of them. The creature's kind of in the middle between the mountain that you're currently on and another mountain to the north and east. Again, doesn't really seem to be doing anything, not eating, just kind of smacking its head, moving around, just kind of wandering.
All right. Is close enough to it where I could just like sit in a tree.
Where you could what?
Just like, I don't know, sit on a ledge or a tree and just take pot shots at it.
You are a mile away and 300 feet in the air. You could.
I mean, not
the
from here. I mean,
obviously.
within.
With your vantage, I was saying that with your vantage point, you could see a few different trees surrounding the area. It is, again, a very difficult shot if you wanted to take pot shots at it, but it's not an impossibility.
Well, I do have sharpshooter, which ignores half and 3/4 cover, I think.
I wasn't referring to cover.
Oh.
It also ignores range penalties, doesn't it?
Yep, it ignores the disadvantage on further range. Wasn't what I was referring to either.
What are you referring to?
It is a almost natural iron-plated creature.
Oh, so you're saying that shooting at it is going to be difficult because it's so well armored.
Hitting it in general is going to be difficult because it's so well armored.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Navarro is just like, oh no.
Is there any way to fucking soften the plating at all? I know it's natural armor, but this thing has to mold.
Not necessarily.
Roll a nature check with disadvantage.
I would like to help her with this.
Straight roll. See if you
Okay.
can, determine anything.
I'll give
Okay.
guidance to Navarro.
Okay.
Since I'm near her, and yeah.
Yep. So add the little guidance button.
Ow. Well, fuck. Well, let me click it.
When you go
There's
to
some
tools, you have to
crazy-
click it before you roll.
Oh, okay. That's how that works. My bad.
You're fine.
No, 13 ain't gonna give me shit.
I wouldn't say it's not going to give you shit, but it does give you anything, really, that you can think of. You're like, yeah, it totally molts, right? And Zadim, you're just kind of looking at her like, I mean, it's monstrosity, maybe. We'd have to, find actual proof of that, be able to prove it, but also it might be near where it is, which means...
Hurry, please, I can't pin this quick.
And shrugs in the distance.
Muffled shrugging in the distance.
Muscle shrugging.
Flex on that shrug.
No.
Being a monstrosity without anything about it.
Roll a nature check with advantage. This is not one that you're very familiar with. You're more familiar with like mountainous creatures, creatures that would accost various parts of your lands. This is not one that's tended to come across the frost slopes, probably because it's very cold.
Alright.
I mean, if it doesn't go there often, that means it might not like the cold.
Do I see anything around it that we could use to our advantage?
From where you are, and because of the range and advantage I gave you before on seeing it, I'm going to say that you, again, you're just kind of looking around. What is it that you're looking for?
Well, somewhere we can either hem it in or anything we could push it down if we get it right, or anything in the natural landscape that might be beneficial to us and not it. Like maybe a body of water we can put in between us and them.
Roll a perception check.
Can I help him out with that?
If you're looking for it too, you can.
Alright. Roll the advantage, because I'm gonna help as much as I can. I want to fight this thing on even ground.
Okay. With that, you notice after a moment. At first, you're just thinking to yourself, "Man, this should be easy," but then you're thinking about it for a moment, and okay, there was the water that you saw before. It was in a very deep pond. But with how heavy it is, or how heavy it likely should be, I mean, at the very least it would slow it down. But then again, it also is hunting around there, so maybe not. There is also the fact that it's currently on a lower flat ground. If you could get it to follow after you, you might be able to get it up towards a more advantageous position where you could then get it to stumble and fall down the ledge. That would mean that you guys yourselves would also be in a more dangerous position because you would be trying not to fall off the ledge yourselves, but it's still viable.
Alright,
I mean, it was as heavy as I think it is. I'm just saying this out of character because this probably sounds stupid, but
That's
it's as heavy as it was as heavy as I think it is. If we get it to fall and it falls on its back, it's gonna have some problems getting right back up. Do these things charge like bulls?
If it looks like a bull, it may have a charge.
Is there any potential that I'm using Monster Hunter rule thoughts here. Is there any chance I can get it to hit a rock? and either get stuck or injure itself somehow.
The potential is always there.
Look, let's just go kill this thing and be done with it.
Okay.
Love the confidence.
Right.
So, what is your guys' plan? Or are you guys just going in and just guns blazing?
I kind of want to get the vertical angle on it.
Yeah.
Same.
Get 'em
I'm
one
gonna
top
call
down.
Bright Eyes back and tell her. I will ask her to probably like harry it from behind, so there's no chance of it breathing on her. But while she's flying, so like hit and run tactic.
Okay. It would probably try and spin and hit her, but it's quite possible that you could get through that without it being able to catch her with its breath.
Hmm.
Again, obviously the danger is still there. But
I'm not going to tell her to do it until she sees my signal. So as soon as she tries to hit it, I'm going to start shooting at it.
right. Okay. So you guys are going to start approaching this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Are you doing it stealthily, or are you trying to get its attention?
Oh no, stealthily.
Yourself.
Alright, roll stealth checks.
What the hell? There we go. Roll 20 is being rude. Oh jeez. What the hell?
Apparently it's being very rude, because goodness gracious, is that 1d4 guidance just... What happened?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me go check your thing.
I mean, I rolled a 20, so I'm happy, but...
You got a 20 from the... Yeah, 17 plus 3. Roll a d4 to add to that.
Jesus
What
Christ.
happened?
I don't know.
I see it. It
I'm
tried
glad
to,
you do.
Yeah, it tried to do, if you look on on the guidance part on the right, you see how it's in brackets and there's one that squiggly bracket thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was trying to add a squiggly bracket that wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh, lovely.
So what are we doing? I had to
Boom.
do something real quick.
We're all stealthing up, trying to sneak up on this thing to get an aerial view on it.
Can I not use my stealth from earlier since I really haven't moved?
Are you going to just not move?
I mean, I won't go forward, but I had a crit.
You would have to roll a new stealth. Because all that stealth was getting you up to the point where you could see it. This is getting closer to it where you can try and get it to where you can ambush it. All of you are still doing great with your stealth rolls. Speaking of stealthing and such, let's move you guys and move everyone else over here.
High quality map.
Of course. I only make the most high quality of things. You guys will be up here. If I can... There it is. Oh yeah, I need to hold on, let me refresh this real quick, because otherwise my thing is going to have it pinging where I don't want it. Here, I'm going to ping it on this side here real quick. Sorry people in the chat, I have to just refresh this, and sorry people in the future who are, oh, that's just orange. Why did it zoom in immediately on the orange? Computer, please, do not zoom in immediately on the orange. There we go. See? High quality. Look at this high quality map. Clearly I got this off of YouTube.
And where's Das Bull?
Das Gorgon, as you guys have approached it, you guys have managed to find it. If it'll load on the map eventually. No, don't go there. Okay, if I'm seeing my own ping, which I might actually have to change my color here so I can actually be seen.
I saw it.
Well, yeah, it's not showing on my other map though. That's weird. There we go. not where it's supposed to be. There we go. Close enough. So let me scroll it down just a little bit. Where's our... Oh, that's Y.
What is happening?
On the map that I have this put on, it didn't show that it was not where it needed to be. So yes, it is currently... Looks like it's drinking from the water. This is not the same water that it was at before. This is a different water.
How deep is it?
Make a perception check.
Are we above it?
You are above it. I'd say you're about 100 feet at the moment.
If that's the case, let me check something.
Probably say it's good 20 feet, 25 feet deep.
Where does that like hit the deep point?
Right in this area. Oh, yes, you also went to the same color as me. Well, now I gotta change my color.
I will change because I've been wanting to change anyway.
Yeah, no worries. So
Uh,
it's more towards the center
Okay, so-
area. It's probably is pretty deep
So-
right about there.
Okay, so wait, right? Okay, so let me do
Mm-hmm.
something. Nope. You know what I was trying to do.
If you had the pull one, you could, but not with the push. Can I just push it to the left?
before we start, first thing I'm gonna do is bless the three of us.
Okay, so you cast Bless.
Oh, excuse me.
And sorry, the dwarf isn't getting it.
Ebrin is perfectly fine with that. He doesn't even realize he didn't get blessed.
And how far is it? And then
Speaking of, he's probably
when everyone's ready and they want to initiate, I ready guiding bolt.
So you're waiting for everything to get set up and such. Okay.
Yep.
Where's the Deem?
And I kind of want to be over here.
I'm not sure. One sec.
What race are you, the team?
I'm
I
an
forgot.
I'm an Azamar. Right there works.
Because
Hey.
you don't have the portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically, we could just say that that is his portrait. He's just a blue man.
Okay, so am I still on the cliff?
You are still on the cliff. About 100 feet.
Awesome.
There are a few paths. I'm actually going to mark those in here as we're speaking because there are a few areas where I could climb up. I would basically be doing it with half movement because it is, well, not very easy for it to do.
It's gonna do a cure and fucking up in this bitch.
It's going to try.
Oh, Jesus.
If I can get it to stop, thank you.
So here's my question.
Okay.
In the midst of climbing, is it possible to fucking knock this bitch back down?
Possible. You don't know yet. Well, that's not the shape I wanted. Again, high quality maps, everyone. Clearly, I am only the most quality. I mean, to be fair,
The highest quality of memes.
To be fair, my Saturday group, where I was doing Out of the Abyss, I did something similar, and I'm just like, you know, you're moving to another encounter. They're like, but this is the same map. I know. Dean got too lazy. He couldn't do it. That was more that there's no maps for Out of the Abyss for the what's it called, the Neverlight Grove. There's no maps for any of the encounters there, so you just kind of have to BS it and be like theater of the mind. But I wanted them to actually, you know, see where this thing was coming from, especially since it had advantage on its stealth, out-stealthed the ranger monk, and was able to almost take a chunk out of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was fun for me.
Yeah, exactly. I was just saying, like, for you, hell no!
I mean, to be fair, they're also like level 6, 7. I don't remember.
Oh, no, sweet mamas.
Hmm?
I don't like how close it can get to me.
these are some of the areas. The areas that are just completely brown, those ones are more underneath the cliff face.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. So it's more like straight up and down in those areas.
Guru,
Hmm?
I'm not quite sure how to do it, but I'd like to make Bright Eyes proficient in acrobatics and athletics. I think I only get 2 for her, right?
2, yes.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics and athletics. I can't really think of anything else that would. Well, she's already got decent athletics. Acrobatics and stealth.
Acrobatics and stealth.
Make her proficient in Arcana.
Uh,
What's she gonna do? Chirp angrily when something's magic?
There you go. Like I said, you just take the modifier and then add the proficiency. So now if you click the cog,
mhm.
I'm still showing it being open. I don't know if you
Also,
closed it or
Guru,
not. Yes.
cancel my guiding bolt and switch it to firebolt.
Okay.
Mine, I have the cog open. Yeah.
Yeah, I said close the cog.
Oh gosh.
I need to save spell slots.
And you see where it says skills?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so when you need to do a skill check, you can click that, and that will roll it for you.
And is it similarly changed with her attacks? Because I couldn't see anywhere for that.
On her attacks, it's... Hold on, let me check, make sure she has the right damage modifier for that. Proficiency for its own attacks, blah, blah, blah. Adds to the... Saving throws, where's damage? Get a proficiency bonus rather than its own for attacks and skills. Proficient, AC, and to its damage. Okay, let me check there. And to its damage. It's already using your proficiency bonus. Now it has it to its damage. There you go.
Actually, yeah, never mind. Let's switch it back to guiding bolt.
Wanna go back to
Keep it on
guiding
guiding
bolt?
bolt. 'Cause of-
Yeah, because the spell I was thinking of that will not help us.
Okay. So I'll pull this up here just in case. So you're looking this over. Again, it seems somewhat peaceful. Doesn't seem to be acting aggressively in any way. Everyone kind of looks down at it, looks at his great axe, looks down at it, looks back to you guys. I think that I'll just be here in case it tries to come up here. Kind of just sits down, puts the axe on his shoulder, looks down at it.
Smart man.
Yeah. And he will hold his reaction in case this thing tries to come up, to make sure that it doesn't come up and attack you guys. But right now he's just waiting. And any held actions you guys want to prepare with, or you want to start with initiative?
Just set loose with ranged attacks.
Yeah, just kind of gonna.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Zadim is as far away from the edge as he can.
Right.
He's like, I don't even want to see this thing when I shoot at it.
I don't gotta be close to shoot at it.
I know, but you're also 100 feet up in the air.
Hang on, I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Look away.
As far as this. Okay, so
Damn.
I'm on range for that.
Yeah.
This thing is a monstrosity, so this wouldn't count.
You're gonna try
I
to
was
see
looking
the
at Shatter, and no, I was looking at Shatter, and it says a creature made of inorganic material. But-
Organic material. It's natural armor.
That's why I said damn.
Yep.
So when you're ready, we're just going to set loose the
Yeah.
actions of.
Wait,
Alright.
can I want to just ask, can I put advantage on any, like, on this attack with my little dragon?
He would have to fly up and scream in its face.
No!
Remember,
Never
y'all are
mind!
all blessed.
Oh, that's right.
Don't forget to click the bless button.
Is it gonna do the fucking guidance thing at me again?
It
Not that
hopefully
good.
shouldn't. I will check for you. Hold on. No, it will not. It doesn't have the
Okay.
squiggly one. See, it only has the 2 bars. It doesn't have a squiggly one. Alright, so everyone roll initiative. and you guys will get a sneak round before combat begins fully. Actually,
I'm assuming I don't add blessed to initiative.
No.
Okay, thank God.
I think you technically
No, wait.
can. It's a skill, so you would be able to add blessed to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish
And
you
you
people
have
would
to-
have told me that.
Well, click on your token as well, because you're not showing on the initiative list, and neither is the
Jesus Christ. Ait'seh is not fucking playing right now.
And then
I'm just gonna fucking do that and then just roll again. Jesus Christ!
So you got an 18 for yours, Naivara.
Why can I not click on my
Hold on.
character?
I got a 30.
Maybe it's because I'm zoomed too far out.
There you go.
No, I just can't click on her for some reason.
You're in.
Oh, that's why. Thank you.
And what are you?
Jesus fucking Christ!
We are not fucking around with this thing.
No, you're not. You had advantage
I
on that
did
because
not.
you're in the mountains, so that's.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
I don't think it matters. You rolled it out 20 with 1.
Bonus from that.
Hmm.
I didn't realize I had initiative bonus.
You can still add the bless to that.
You have
Oh,
advantage
yeah,
on
good.
initiative rolls.
So, 1 sec.
Yep, you can add a D4 to that as well.
I'm crying.
These people are built to just destroy everything, as you all can
Before it
clearly
gets
tell in
to
the
them.
future.
Right!
They want
Stay
things to not hit them. So you got a 26 as well. No, you got a 26, he got a 30. So you just got a...
Yeah.
You got a 2-6. I don't think that matters too much in the grand scheme, but I'm just going to change it so people in the future can see that yes, that is a 30, and yes, that is a 26. Don't forget
At level
that
3.
familiars have their own initiative, and
Oh,
Bright
yeah.
Eyes has her own initiative. Oh look, the dice are finally starting to try and roll. My computer is just trying to catch up.
Jesus!
Even the animals are not messing around with this thing.
This animal's gonna be perched on my shoulder for most of the fight!
Yeah, it's like
Actually,
it's just like,
mine's gonna be about right here.
okay.
Let me check the distance.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Today is Nat 20 day. Are you excited?
Welcome to the Nat 20 zone. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening this thing.
What the fuck? I'll never get good rolls like this again. I'll never see good rolls like this again. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to turn up the battle music just a little bit. If anyone in the chat can't hear the battle music, let me know. I'm going to try and get it so it's not drowning us out. Just let me know if you can hear it. If you can't, I apologize. I still don't know how to get this thing to work for that part, but I do have battle music that hopefully should be showing on through. Because I believe it is time for us all to now begin unleashing. So,
Hell.
I feel like I've jinxed myself by saying Nat 20 zone.
throw it away.
Ah, XTC universe.
I shall release the guiding bolt.
Fire away.
Do I have it on intelligence?
That will hit.
Awesome. Jesus Christ!
Right, so the creature takes 15 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against it will have advantage, which it would have had advantage anyway
Yeah.
because of the because you're a ranger in the mountains. But yes, you have struck it and dealt a very good starting blow as it immediately jerks its head up, kind of looks where it was hit, looks around, trying to figure out what hit it. Zadine, it is your turn.
I'm going to throw my javelin of lightning at him.
From there.
You are
Do you really want to try that?
range.
I am at sharpshooter, so I have 120 feet that I can put this javelin at.
This is true.
Oh, yeah.
That moment when you realize, oh wait, no, he's actually being serious. He could do that. Now let me check one thing about jet lightning, just so I can check this here.
It's a deck save. It turns into actual lightning bolt.
Yeah, I know. We're just checking one thing about that.
You know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna hold on to that until we can get near a body of water. So I don't know, do something. But I will still shoot it. Right after I cast Hunter's Mark.
You sounded so happy about that.
It's Hunter's Mark. What reason is there to not be happy about it?
Jesus.
Well, I mean,
Here,
that's
let me.
good and all, but you have to hit it first. You have it. You have advantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Yep. So that would have keep the 6 from the Hunter's Mark and roll the damage. Sadim, click the damage button.
Oh, not what I wanted. Yeah, you can't move that far.
Sadim, did you die?
I think you might have.
Sadim, are you still here?
You vanished.
No, Zadim. Oh, did we lose him? Is he just not in the chat?
No, he's in the chat.
He hasn't left yet.
I
He
know
just
that.
vanished.
He's gone. I mean, if needed, I can click the damage button for him, but there we go. That was weird. So you take aim, you take your shot, and you strike true, and it definitely looks very startled as it suddenly has an arrow just jutting out of its side. Kind of looks at it as kind of traces back, sees you all up there. But luckily for you, it's not its turn. It is now your little prism wing's turn.
I'm so tempted to send it out there just to give me advantage, but I don't think he can move that far.
I'm going to PM you a thing just to remind you of it.
Good boy. Please do. Oh, duh. I didn't know that was a bonus action.
Yes, that is a bonus action for it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good. So I can't send it out there. Wait, can he move that far? No, I need to check that.
Yeah, you need to
It's
check
60
that.
feet.
And you're 100 feet up, so...
Oh, that's true. He can fly 60 feet. So,
You can
the only way to...
send him 60 feet, and then he wouldn't, be maybe over top of it rather than, underneath it.
Very true. And I really doubt this thing can aim 120 feet up.
You want to keep it 120 feet above it?
I can't send him down. He'll still be 60 feet even with a dash.
Yep.
Okay. I'll keep him right about here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have him go fucking... Can I have him go invisible and then just come out of it?
You can do that. So you have him fly over, and as he flies over, you just see him shimmer for a moment, and then just vanish.
Good Drago.
Alright, and now it's time for Mr. Noodles. What would he like to be doing?
He's going to hold his position.
Gotcha. He's just gonna sit there watching all this. Gotcha.
He's gonna bite its eye when it comes up.
He's my heal delivery method.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
And Bright Eye.
courier dragon.
I would like her to move up and try to attack it, but I can't actually move her token. So if you
Why
can put
not?
it like I am on mobile.
Oh, you're on mobile. No worries, man. Yeah, if you should have told me you were on mobile, I would have clicked it for you. Where did you want to move it?
But,
Hmm?
like not near it.
Not near it? Like over top it?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Let me check its move speed real quick. Should I have that on here? Yes. So you want it to fly basically like with Arcus, the Prism Wing. You want it to be flying over top of it, but not coming down on it until its next turn so it can attack and harry it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the big griffin crouches down, jumps over, and starts flying over top of it, circling it. Naivara, it is your turn.
I'm most likely gonna miss. This should be good.
Pew pew. That hits.
Oh, awesome.
This is most likely a good hit. Gets a 24.
1 damage, however.
You did damage.
Oh wait, I'm blessed.
I mean, bless doesn't
Oh,
work
bless.
for damage. It goes for hitting.
Oh, it doesn't. That's right. I forget.
Hits
Oh
and
well.
saving throws.
Which is very useful.
It really fucking is.
So you basically just form a bolt of lightning and just huck it down. Kind of looks very confused for a moment. Because this is a surprise round, it does not get a turn. It's just basically getting assailed by all this. We're going right back into Ixia's turn.
I am going to hit it with Firebolt.
Fire away. Zoom in just a little bit.
Where is it? Where is it on my list? Many things. There we go.
That misses.
Oh, wait, why didn't it roll the +4?
Oh yeah, roll the +4. Or not the +4, the D4. That still misses.
Okay.
So you throw
Alright,
a
okay.
bolt of fire and it kind of sails next to it. It kind of jerks a little bit to the left as it's shaking itself, trying to look around to see where it can find to get up to you guys. Which, actually, speaking of which, because he cannot do anything, that's why he was not here before. But Ebrin, what are you not doing on the initiative list? That.
Well, I mean, just as well.
Fair,
He's
he's
the
right where he needs to be. He's just sitting there, just like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm helping." Holds axe in hand. It's fine.
I mean, if it comes up, all he's gonna do is just fucking let gravity do the work, and we're good.
Kind of.
Kind
of. Alright, so Zadim, it is your turn.
I will take another shot.
Okay, fire away. Do you need me to click on your sheet with that, or?
Nah, the clicking I can do. It's the moving things around that ain't too easy.
No worries. Go ahead and shoot her.
You don't know it's a girl.
You're right. I, the
Now we
DM,
do.
do not know that this is a girl.
But we,
That
the
hits.
players, know.
That I'm just saying things. I need me to roll it. There you go. And Hunter's Mark. Nice 9 damage. And any bonus actions you want to do?
Not right now, no.
Okay, so you guys are just literally just pelting this thing from up top. What would Arcus like to do?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
If I make him fly down and like just bother the fuck out of this thing to give the advantage, if he goes invisible at the end of his turn, would that take away the advantage?
Nope.
Okay, good. He's still 120 feet down. Okay, then I'm just gonna have him dash down in front of its face and bother it.
Would you, like I said, if you would wanted to stop him 60 feet above it, so he was in range for him to fly down and be able to use an action to use the help action, you
Oh,
can do
okay.
that.
Okay, then do that, please.
So he flies down. He was 60 feet above before he all of a sudden is just this bright, sparkling thing appears in front of it as it basically just goes nee, 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 and then turns invisible again. And it very much distracts it because it just sees sparkles in front of its face, and then whatever caused it just vanishes again. Just whoof. Mr. Noodles is holding himself to be your delivery service.
Yep.
Bright Eye. Would you like Bright Eye to drop down and make an attack?
Oh yeah. Does she get advantage because it just got dazzled?
Yes. She gets to attack with advantage because of the help action.
Gems are truly outrageous.
Listen here, Tarek. We're not playing League of Legends right now.
I fucking miss old Tarek. Okay.
Either way, he was good. That will hit. So you drop down. Right now, it is right next to it because it would not be able to dash away. Because it was 60 feet above it, drops down, rakes its claws over, doing quite a decent chunk of damage. It would take its next turn before it could get up, just so you're aware.
So be it.
Alright. Naivara, it is your turn.
Why don't you fucking try this instead, since lightning is definitely not helping at the moment.
It did damage.
I mean, it did damage, but it wouldn't do what I was hoping it would do. Ah! Oh wait, I have advantage. What am I doing?
Nope.
Oh, it's right.
Bright Eye
Fucking
already used
Griffin
it.
used it.
Yep.
Oh!
You're like, I got this, and you have this sparkling green energy kind of rolling across your skin, and you're just like, ooh, wait, that's pretty. And then you fire it, and you're like, wait, no, it
That's
doesn't aim
pretty.
it. You don't use this as often as you remember, and you're like, yeah, I have to remind myself that, oh no, I missed. As it flies over its head. Like, haha, I meant to do that.
Jesus Christ.
The Gorgon does not like that it is being attacked, and so it is going to. Let's see here. Roll an intelligence for it real quick. Nope, this thing is dumb. It's going to attempt to stab the bird.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus!
It stabs the bird.
Oh my God!
Your bird down.
For 24 points of 44 points of damage.
Sweet Lord have mercy.
You might want to get your bird out of there.
Is your bird still up?
I'm checking.
Oh dear.
Guru, I forget what we did for our hit points.
Did you
it
save
still
them?
says 5 units. I thought I did, but I guess not.
I know. Well,
I can just say she's down.
she's almost certainly down.
I can
pull it up.
just go through the chat real quick.
I'm just
Or
going
if
to
you-
check.
Just going through.
I don't think it's going to let me. Heckening.
Did y'all talk about this in DMs? Because you can check it.
No, it was something that he rolled on here for the
Oh.
HP. Because it's, I know it's 15 plus 5d8, which it could still be up if he had maximum rolls on each of them. But that's the only thing I don't remember if he had.
He did. I remember.
I know for a fact he didn't get maximum rolls on each of them. I'm just hearing
You just said
lie
you
to
didn't
me.
remember.
I'm just listening to you lie to me, just like, yes, I remember. Uh-huh. Sure.
wasn't
do think
even
his-
there.
I do think his bird is still up. It's just really close to dead.
I imagine it is too, but I'm just double checking. Because I remember that this was from when he was getting attacked by the ghouls. I swear, everyone who is watching in the future, we are not professionals. Don't worry, this is normal for us.
You want me to check the chat log?
I'm trying to, yeah.
It's probably like GM.
I don't think it was a GM roll. Might have been. That was my GM roll. It wasn't his. choice real quick. Right eye. Wisdom.
Her hit points are 32.
Ah, she's down. So I will make sure that's on your sheet so that in the future. Remembering that. So 32. Yep. Currently, she is unconscious. She's not yet dead, but she will have to make a save on her turn. Not you. Stop that. Not you. Trying to just turn him sideways and it's just being. Oh no. Luckily, this thing only gets one attack each turn, but as you can clearly see, the one attack did enough.
Massive amounts of painful damage.
Yes.
Even without that crit, it would have knocked me out.
Yes. Ebrin, actually, I'm going to have Ebrin roll an intelligence check as well.
He's dumb as dicks. No!
He's going to make an athletics check as he's sliding down the rocks. He doesn't make the most graceful of landings, but he does get to the bottom of it, and he's going to only take 2d6 damage. That's not bad. He only takes 5 damage.
You're just gonna hear this very loud, shrill, "What are you doing?"
in the background, he goes, "What are you doing?" He's just like, "I'm helping." Slides down, and as he gets to the bottom, he's like, "Aye, aye!" And he goes into a rage. He's gonna try and get its attention away from the bird. Meanwhile, Ixius, it is your turn now. Wait, what if it's been more than 2d6? Oh well, only two other points of damage for him. Go ahead.
What's the range on Cure Wounds? It's not far, is it?
No.
That's touch.
It is touch.
Ah, damn.
I think I'm gonna go down there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna hit one with a firebolt.
I'm like, that's 120 feet. You ain't gonna jump down there and live.
Yeah, that's the reason why Ebrin could do it is because he was near one of the slope areas I mentioned. And he still took 46 falling damage because he failed his athletics check.
Why is it not rolling the thing?
Did you click on the check mark box for it?
It's checked.
That's weird. That should be rolling that. Just roll a d4 for that. 20 will hit. It is not checked, by the way.
It is on my screen.
On the
my
global attack
modifier.
I just checked it for you.
Oh.
So yes, you deal 9 points of fire damage, getting its attention back on you, and subsequently back on Ebrin, who is now looking at it just like, this may not have been the best idea, but I'm sticking by it. Alright, anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Zadim, it is your turn. Your bird is currently unconscious. That will hit. Hunter's mark. 9 points of damage. Goody goody.
I'm also going to cast light.
What is the symbol on the Gorgon?
Hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
Okay, thank you.
Because
I can't see it.
on its horn.
You cast what?
Can I cast it? Ah, wait.
That's
Light
a
is a
touch.
touch spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dang it. Alright.
Will that be your turn?
Can I say I cast light on the arrow and then try to shoot it at its face?
Because it takes an action to cast light, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to do that next turn, you can cast light on an arrow and then shoot it. But that would be shooting it next turn. Because again, it takes an action to cast light.
I'll do that.
Okay. Arcus
I'm just gonna have him do the help action again
pops up
to
in the
mess with
ground.
this.
Neener, neener, neener. Pops back out of it. Pops back into invisibility. You want to keep him right where he is?
I'll move him over here.
Okay.
Maybe I could. Maybe it'll roll, notice it, and try and go into the water. I don't know. It seems kind of stupid.
Yep, so you did the help action, then moved?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Noodles is going
Oh, wait.
to be the flying.
Can I say that he moved up?
He's gonna be dashing all the way down here.
Okay.
I mean, that's his turn.
Gotcha.
He's still flying above it, though, just so you know.
Yep, no worries. And what was it that you were trying to ask, Navarro?
Oh, wait. He went invisible and moved. Never mind.
Yep.
I was concerned. I'm like, you just said he moved. Hang on. He's still visible. No.
He turned invisible. I'm not saying that he didn't.
Hello there.
Let's see, that's I believe it's a Constitution saving throw.
I thought it was just like a flat D20.
I don't remember. Hold on.
Yeah, this saves are just a flat D20.
Hold on. Ignore this. No, it's adding his Constitution modifier.
Oh, okay.
That's no, that's hit dice. That's not death save. 1 second. Wrong button. Yes, so yes, it is adding nothing to that. So just roll a d20. Yeah, I was rolling hit dice,
It's like-
not death save. My
It's
bad.
like over 10 is a success, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Don't worry, Mr. Noodles is on the case.
Mr. Noodles is on the jab.
He left.
He's not here.
He's not in the game.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry, I'll roll it for him.
you might have lagged out.
Hmm?
You might have lagged out.
Hopefully you didn't. Luckily, the first save is a success.
Because he's still in the chat, but I heard him get into a car, so.
That might be doing it. Naivara, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it again.
Sparkle, sparkle, fire away.
Sparkle, sparkle, I hate you.
Love you too. With the help action, that does hit.
Or 2 force. But at least it pushes the fucker back.
Yeah, so 5. So
That's mainly why I took this.
So currently he is off map. So I mean it's gonna be his turn next turn anyway. Any bonus actions?
None that I can take, so no.
Okie doke. So moving back the 10 feet.
There he is.
He's going to move right back into there and then move up here as it tramplingly charges forward.
Oh, jeez.
And let me pull it up here. Yep, he's going to attempt to gore Ebron, who is like just kind of watching this like a train wreck coming at him, just kind of like,
Probably should have thought this through.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, boy. Ouch.
Thankfully, it's rounded down, so he only takes 9 points. However, he now has to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, he raged first, so he is making this with advantage. And he does save, so he gets mildly, quote-unquote, impaled, but he does not knock
Mildly impaled.
Only mildly impaled.
Okay.
But he's not knocked prone, so it cannot try and stomp on him. Ebron, for his part, just kind of looks down and just like, ow! Ow! And he's going
I'm sorry.
to pull his shield out. He's going to attempt to blind it. Now the Gorgon has to make a Constitution save. That's a failure. This thing is currently blinded.
Ouch.
He holds up a thumb. I'm helping! So I believe for the blinded stat, that means he can actually just move as he wishes. Let me check here.
I'm pretty sure he can still make an attack, but with disadvantage.
Can't see automatically fails. Any ability check requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Yep. So he's not going to move out of its attack range. He's going to move just over here. Just trying to lead it away. So he's not actually going to leave its attack radius. But he seems very excited that his shield worked. I did it! Woohoo! So all attacks against it have advantage. Fire away, boys and girls.
Alright, I'm gonna move down here. Move.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
Oh, no, right here.
Okay.
And then bonus action,
Okay. You want
spiritual
to move,
weapon.
If you want to move like 5 feet forward, you can move there
Like
instead,
this?
so you can actually be able to see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would not be able to see it with how close it is to the edge.
Yeah. Spiritual weapon right on him.
Okay.
Where is my handout?
It's under
There it
spiritual weapon.
is. Yep.
Dropping a snaky little flail.
Mm-hmm. And the spiritual weapon is going to attack.
Shooting away.
With advantage, right?
Yep. It can't see you. So 20 hits. Well, 21 hits. For 12 force damage as you lashed across its legs.
And then I'm going to hold my main action for the snake delivery service on the bird.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be cure wounds.
Okay. Zadim, can you hear us?
He's still in the chat.
He's still listening,
Okay.
but I don't know if he can actually do anything because he said he was on mobile, and you said it sounded like he got into a car. Zadim?
Sorry.
I heard him.
I heard him too. Might be on push to talk,
Maybe.
and he's probably in a very noisy area. All right, that hits. And Hunter's Mark. So that is 14 points of damage. Good gooey.
God, the icon for X's spiritual weapon was it's a plushy base.
For what?
How is the bloody looking?
Hmm?
Is it bloody?
How is the what looking? Oh, the creature.
The Gorgon.
Yes. It's blinded, it's in pain, and it does not look like it's having a good time. It looks like it's kind of limping around, just kind of like thrashing its head, looking around angrily and wildly for something it can't see.
By the way, whenever Evan's blindness thing wears off, mine doesn't because the arrow is right between his eyes.
Okay. Sure. We'll see if it lives that long.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright, so Arcus, it's already blind, so everyone already still has advantage, but what would Arcus be doing here?
Can Arcus use its little breath attack on this thing?
I'll be doing that in place of your attack.
Then no.
Okay. Do you want to move him at all?
I will move him
Okay.
over here, actually.
Fair enough. I just realized his aura is the same color as the water. Gosh dang me.
Oh, wow. Actually, I had to move him out, but oh well.
You're fine. Hold on, let me just change the color real quick. I know everyone, this is very bright compared to everything else.
Oh, I was about to say change it to pink.
It would make sense for it, but we'll do that later. In the meantime, snake delivery service.
Yep, he's just going to fly down and land on the bird.
St. Bernard with whiskey.
And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds because he landed on him.
Alright, cast away. So your griffin
10.
gets back 10 HP and is very much awake. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to scroll down this a little so everyone can see.
Would that count as like an action for my snake? Since
Yes.
he literally did nothing.
That is its action.
And then he's just going to fly up to
Okay.
about back right here.
Okay. So he's going back up in the air.
Mhm.
Alright, so Zadim. Bright Eyes is awake and getting up. What would she be doing here?
How much health does she have?
10.
Yeah, I think it's better than nothing. She can attack it because it's still blinded, right?
Yep, advantage on attacks. So she's moving up and then she's attacking it. Too much. Swing away.
I got one more first level spell.
That is going to miss.
That yeah, both advantages.
Yeah, 8 and a 5. That's not
Oh,
going
well.
to
Okay, how much movement does she have left?
She moved 5, 10 feet. She moved half her movement there, so that's 15, then 5, 10. She used all of her movement to get there.
Remember, she's flying. She's flying, not walking.
Right. It would still have taken half of her feet to get back up because she was prone for being knocked down.
Good point.
So she might have another 15 feet.
I would like her to fly up now. This way.
So she flies upwards, and I'll say since she was attacking from the back, it doesn't have the chance to whip around and hit it with its horns. So you are able to get it up to 10 feet. I'll put a little wing symbol on you so I remember that you're up in the air. Wing, 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 wing. I believe that Mr. Noodles also said he was going to be up in the air. So I'll do a little wing symbol on him too.
Literally his old picture.
Literally his whole picture now has the wing symbol on it. Thank you, Roll20. That's very helpful. Naivara, it is your turn.
You won't be able to see otherwise. Okay, so yeah. To that. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. I am losing track of where I move.
Okay.
That's a bitch. Okay. And
With advantage.
I mean the fucker's blinded, so yeah.
And with bless.
Which only lasts 4 more rounds,
Mm-hmm.
by the way.
Hashtag best.
This is an 18 hit.
And 18 misses.
Ah, you dick.
So you fire away at it, and it just barely turns and gets
Wait.
to avoid it.
Doesn't she have 2 Eldritch Blesses at this point?
She's level 3.
Yeah.
That's level 5.
I get it at 5.
Uh,
I wish! I want to! Believe me, but
because
no.
I'm pretty sure my Firebolt has already went up. Damn it.
Nope, it's still 1d10.
Yeah, okay.
Which is till your next turn. Okay, so it is still blinded, so it is going to be trying to make another gore attack at Ebron, but he's currently a bright, shimmering light in front of its face, so it can't really see him, so it's going to try, though. You know, I should really
my
stop saying things are going to try things. Ebron is like, I did it! Gets stabbed again. It still hurts!
I'm crying!
But it didn't attempt to make it save.
It only lasts until the end of his next turn.
Oh, goodness.
So it doesn't have to make another save. As soon as his next turn ends, did it say start of or end of? I think it should have been to the start of his next turn.
Hey, Don, look on the bright side. You don't have the fucking. You rolled the same number, so you crit roll here.
That's true. He would be down at that point. So Ebron is going to. Well, he doesn't have to, so he's just going to swing away. As he's going to use the battle axe to try and carve into it. That's a 20, that'll hit. Nice and 9 damage. As he finishes it, it shakes its head, glaring at him. And he kind of just like Ixius, it's your turn.
Spiritual weapon.
Swing away. Straight roll, not with advantage.
I mean, with advantage, so you still got another roll.
Nope, not with advantage. Just a straight
Oh.
roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not blinded anymore.
Rip.
No, it still has that arrow in front of it.
It's got the arrow in it, but that didn't give it blindness for that.
And then I'm
I
going
cast
to
light on the arrow, remember?
use guiding bolt.
And a 2-turn thing.
Guiding bolt for myself.
Yep. Go ahead and use guiding bolt. That'll
That
hit.
hits. Oh, and that's gonna hurt.
How would you like to do this?
I just wanted to hit him in like where the arrow is, pointing on his forehead, and then it just penetrates through its skull.
Alright.
So I basically split the arrow.
Alright, so you see this beautiful shaft of wood that you're just kind of looking at, just like, you know what would be even better is if I just blew apart this arrow and use that just kind of track where I'm going. Yeah! So you pull up the arcane magic, focus on the way that it's usually done in a more, you know, calling upon something more powerful than yourself, but for you, you're reaching into the essence of magic itself to draw upon this, focusing it down like an arrow in your hand. You just kind of pull your hand back, throw it forward, it, like a javelin of light, just arcs down, slams into the end of the arrow shaft. You can hear it snapping as it just is blown apart. You see it look up into this light as it comes down, already blinded, and now just seeing this arcane similitude of a holy light slam right into its forehead, and you just hear this loud crack as it kind of just shakes for a moment, waves from side to side as it collapses to the ground.
Carving time.
Alright. Let me pull this up here because the battle music is now over.
Guiding bolt is so good for a first level spell.
It is
Carving
really
time.
good. So yep, coming down, everyone just kind of looks at it just like,
Yep.
ow.
I'm calming down too.
He kind of waves. Hi guys, that hurt.
Good.
What's
You're
his
an
HP
idiot.
at? What's his HP at?
He looks like he's been bloodied.
Oh Jesus.
Who looks worse, the bird or him?
The bird.
They're about equal.
Oh jeez.
He did take some fall damage starting out, and then he did get hit twice by these. Again, they're not iron, but they're pretty close in composition to something iron-like.
I'll give them both a cure wounds at second level.
Oh yeah, you have second level. Yep, go ahead. So that's
This one's for Everon.
Ebron.
Everon.
Eberron. He's like Eragon,
Ebron.
but
And this one's
Eberron.
for Bright Eyes.
Everon's gonna fucking thwack him in the head with those stick.
Ow, my head! That also
Moron!
hurts.
Good.
And I am officially out of spell slot.
Ironically, I think you got them up to the exact same HP.
God damn.
That's hilarious.
Exus knows what he's doing.
Alright, so yeah, you smack him over the head, he's still rubbing his head, looking at you like, oh. He looks down and it's just like, you said you wanted to try and...
Carve this? Yes.
Okay.
Good luck getting through its hide.
Zadim, are you coming down to do the same?
I can't see half. I'd love to.
You didn't
Who
do
has
that?
a higher survival?
Me.
Oh, Zadim was saying something, but he had a loud background noise. What'd you say?
New fancy knife I'd love to carve with.
Yes, he has a new fancy knife he wants to carve with, which he finally
You wanna
gets to
let-
see.
You wanna let me borrow that real quick?
I'll move him down next to you guys. No athletics rolls because you guys are
Whoever's
Take-
carving, I'm giving Or
Yeah, she can. Whoever has like, I have a +4. If you have more than that, you can borrow my knife. And
Okay, I
I'll
have
give
a
it half action.
I have a +5 then. Okay.
Yeah, I gave you guidance.
All right, and you're using
Okay.
the skinning knife, which the skinning knife gives a +2 to survival checks to skin a creature.
So +3. So that's 19.
It's gonna take you a while.
I'm gonna look in the water.
Okay.
Is there anything in there?
Roll a perception check.
I'm going to guidance myself.
You may. So as soon as you see her start carving into it, you change the guidance to yourself. Go ahead.
Let me turn. Switch this to this.
Someone's phone's rubbing.
That's me.
20.
That's 20.
Looking down into it, you take a moment, just kind of looking it over, and there's not a whole lot in it. It's water predominantly. There is a dagger. Looks like it's towards the shallows, towards the northwestern side of it, kind of where that point is, but you don't see where
Like
it came
right
from. The
here?
petrified people. Yes, just a dagger that's in the water.
I was going to have Mr. Noodles go fetch it.
Mr. Noodles jumps in, kind of shimmies in the water. You just see him like do a little like fish wiggle, just wiggle, 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 swims over to it, picks it up, wiggle, 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 comes back over, slides up to you with the dagger.
Can I have a little dragon do a perception check on the lake too? I don't think it's finished. Okay, 14. You don't find nothing.
It's clear water. It's very nice. He kind of goes down, starts drinking at it. Very happy, tail wagging back and forth.
She's gonna.
I guess I'm going to start making camp because it's going to take them forever to get through this fucking iron bull.
It's gonna take him. Honestly, with just how thick the hide is, it could take him at least a day.
That's why I'm setting up camp.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I can't skin this bitch.
No, you can.
You are skinning this.
Oh
but it's
good.
going
This
to
is
take-
good eating.
Yeah, but this is going to take time to carve. This is not just some weak deer. Which, don't get me wrong, deer is very good hide, but this is something that has a very thick skin that is going to take you some time to take care of.
Someone pull out some of the meat when I get a hole. We need food. Good food.
I'm eating a ration.
Ixie's just, holds up a ration. This is good food.
No, it ain't.
Eberron just kind of looks at you, but like holds up a ration as well. This is good food. He's kind of nibbling on it, just like self-conscious now.
She's gonna wait until she can get a fucking chunk of meat out of this thing, and she's gonna cook
I
it.
want to identify the dagger.
Okay. So you.
I have no
you
spell
cast
slots,
it.
so it has to be ritual.
Of course. You take a moment, and at first you're thinking to yourself, man, maybe it's got little markings on it. It's kind of nice. After a moment, though, you recognize a few of the arcane runes, a few of the different nuances of it as you turn it over in your hands, realizing this is a weapon of warning.
And the details on this are.
I know what that does. So crying.
Let me pull it out here so I can give you the exact details on it.
Oh goodness.
The best part is that when I rolled this up, I had the same reaction. So a weapon of warning is an attunement item. This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins.
Oh goodness. Goodness
Hey,
gracious.
let's just double up on my alert feat and give me advantage.
Yeah, I rolled to see what you guys would get from this area, and when I saw that there, I was just like, this is going to be hilarious. And then I rolled to see what kind of weapon it was, and I was just like face palming so hard. I'm like, he can use it, and even if he doesn't use it for combat, he has it.
Oh, you knew I was going to take it.
Of course I knew you were going to take it. You love having the best initiative to go, okay, what am I doing? I'm going to give advantage to the next person, and then just walk away slowly, just going, haha, you didn't see anything.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Have I carved? Have I carved enough to get food?
Can you put the details in chat? The stats on there.
1 second here. Let's see if this actually works.
I have a whip of warning.
Do you?
Yeah, in one of my other campaigns.
Oh.
Let's see here if this actually works for that.
Which I just love the idea. The whip on your person warns you of danger. Which I am the danger.
That's cute.
Boy, no. You as a team are not allowed to say that. That like makes alerts that you already just start planning bad things for me.
For you, I can have it for more than just you.
Duh.
Thank you. We'll put that in the details of this one.
No worries. That'll also allow everyone in the future as well as in the chat to be able to check that, see that yes, I did pull that up correctly.
Actually, is the meat on this thing edible now I think about this?
Roll a nature check with disadvantage.
Oh, I can't have my little dragon help me make it straight.
Sure.
Okay, God. Whoops! I rolled a straight 6.
Yep, you roll a straight 6 with, it would be a 6, so you don't get any bonus for that. I mean, it smells kind of bad. You're not sure, but I mean, it's meat, so it should be cookable.
I'm gonna taste it.
It's raw.
It's your point.
There we go.
It's a little bit chewy. Definitely could use some cooking and seasoning to bring out any flavor to it. Doesn't make you sick, which is definitely a plus.
Okay, awesome. I'm an Outlander. You really think that she figured out? Oh yeah, this meat is totally good by doing anything other than just straight up eating it?
Oh, you're an Outlander. That's right. That's one of your things. 1 second. I need to check something for that.
Why haven't you been getting us food? What the fuck?
That's why I went hunting this morning, you dick.
If you had mentioned that you were an Outlander, you could have just said your feature is Wanderer, which means that you
I
can...
figured you knew.
Well, you need to remind me sometimes. I have so many campaigns. I need people to just be like, by the way, this is the thing I can do. Yeah, because you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day.
I thought you knew. It was just making it harder for me. You do that shit sometimes.
No, I mean, that's literally, that's the wording for Outlander. Just remind me. I mean, to be fair, that's not her fault. That's, just, that was something I forgot that she had, and obviously it turned out to be more comical when everyone was like, we have to get rations, and she's just sitting there just like, man, I remember back when I used to be at home, I didn't have to worry about rations all the time. Eats the rations slowly. Those were the days. Imagine she's putting the meat in her mouth like someone like is just like, probably Ebron's just like, alright, you sure that's safe? And I'm from around areas where I used to do this all the time. You gotta pause and you're just like, huh. I should do that more. Continue carving.
I just imagine Everyone's just staring, like looking at her, like horrified and low-key disgusted. She just takes this chunk of meat and pops it in her mouth.
No, he's just very confused and just like, are you sure that's safe?
No, but I
Okay.
won't find out unless I do this.
I think that the Wizrick over there is, not able to cast. Okay.
That didn't roll advantage, did it?
If you
No.
go to the cog, you can change.
I know,
the
I did change it.
Huh.
I changed it to advantage.
That's weird.
Do I have to have the thing on there? On advantage?
You just have to change the initiative type in there. Hold on. You rolled 2 17s apparently. Hold on, let me check your thing real quick before we wrap up this session here, because this seems like a good place to do so. Let me just check one thing here, just so that people can see him. Yeah, initiative style advantage.
It must be, I think it is rolling advantage.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it only shows the 1, but if you hover over it, it shows that the first roll was a 5, the second roll was a 10, the first roll was a 10, the second roll was a 2.
Oh, okay.
So if you hover over it, it is rolling it with advantage, it's just not showing both of them.
That's weird.
Yeah, but he gets the job done. I was trying to remember, like, I've been a
By the way,
barbarian before.
I like that he has rolled 17 twice.
I know. To be fair, he had advantage, so he would have had a 2 on the second roll, or he would have had a 5. So, yep, that's the thing. When all of the carving and stuff is over, this thing, if you're going for hide, meat, anything else you're going for?
Can we even carry the hide? What the?
I'm about to, bitch!
I want those horns.
Okay, Zadim, roll a survival check for the horns.
Hey, give me one of those.
Can I have its nose ring?
It doesn't have
Any advantage?
I'll give you guidance.
if Navarre
I'll
is
help him
helping
out.
out, yeah, I'll say yes.
I mean, if I want one of them, of course I'm gonna help him take off both.
Of course. So 14. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long while.
We've got the dough.
Yeah. Actually,
I'm setting up camp.
yeah, Ebron's like looking at him, just like I'm.
I have
just
already
like,
set up camp.
And I'm playing with my new dagger.
just tossing it.
Playing with his new dagger.
He's like, yeah.
And I'm attuning to it, by the way.
Okay. I mean, you have to in order to get the benefits, so yeah, that's perfectly fine. And I will send you the stats and such for what you're getting. Well, not the stats, but I'm going to give you the information as to how much of the hide and the meat and such that you get, as well as the horns, because as we've discussed on Sunday, I'm not good with weight. So we will catch up next week, and I will have the stats and such for what the Gorgon hide is in terms of weight. Gorgon hide is, again, very thick. It's going to take you quite some time to cut through that. You're going to have to be patient in getting that off, because if you'd gotten above a 20, you might have had a little bit more ease with it, but yeah, that's going to take you a long time to get that without breaking anything.
It's alright. I'm gonna make some great armor out of it. It's worth it.
Yep, not a problem. Alright, and with that, we will wrap up the session here. I'm going to be stopping the recording in here in just a second. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye!
Alright, and we will see you all next time on the Temptations of ait'seh.
With no tech issues.
Hopefully, yes.
Don't jinx it!
Don't jinx me, please.